Hey! Hello, welcome back to Guess It, Hook It On You. Today we're gonna pursue the man, the legend, the myth, the whatever like you call it. For gorgeous monsters, the trapper by the way. For gorgeous monsters, stand halfway between you and the world and the volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out, penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can help to stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers, I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So I'm gonna... Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna dash here and... I say no thanks! No thanks! Damn, what an alpha move! You just became the type of person who say no thanks to a group of alcohol killers. No one tells you what no one tells you what to do. Thanks for nothing, I guess. Hunters jog over to collect the balls from the ground next to you. For someone so large, they most definitely and silently across the sand. It's hard to make out his expression from behind the mask, but it seems like the trapper might be smirking. As you try and read Trapper's face, realize that two of you have been staring into each other's eyes for a really long time, even though everyone else has headed back to the volleyball court. Yeah, we are breaking ice already, I see. Finally, you can't take the tension. You look down, breaking his gaze. As soon as you do, he turns to follow them. Alone again, you look across the beach as the strange resident who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto the private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killer, not to give too much away. At the same time, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, victim number 3. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. Another reason not to you decide to head over to see what happens next. Seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up. Nitwit. And I guess you also nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy you hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. So we just went for the question, which I think went very attractive. Yes, that's what you think, very compared to this. Trapper flexes his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any power, what would that be? Super strength, because, well, yeah, would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscle, true strength is up here. Yes, by Trapper to he said, but instead he taps on his bulging shoulder. Specifically into his muscle, nobody gives a shit about your calves. Okay, what's your best subject in school? Skipping class. You could say I majored in skipping class. Haha. If I ever had gone to school, I'm sure it would have been done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? Mustelids. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, mustelids, I remember. Be honest, you have no idea what the mustelids is, and you are just hoping some secret it's some secret answer that results in a hilarious Easter egg, right? Yes. Because there is no Easter egg, it's just another word for ferrets and stuff like that. What's your favorite color? Yes, it was as a matter of fact. My favorite color is Annie. Let's say blue. Blue. Really saying good for productivity makes people want to be lazy. Oh, really? What's your dream job? A nightclub promoter. Definitely a nightclub promoter. Everyone grows, and let's be honest, they're right to do so. Bring folks into the dark. Not just anyone can do that. Best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla. They say vanilla is for everyone. My favorite flavor is Spain. Yeah, same here. Vanilla, whatever. Same. They all say it's the same. Actually, what does it even matter? Okay, let's say vanilla. The best flavor is vanilla. You got reading comprehension problem. I just told you mean chip was there where it was. You almost spoiled yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right, I can die in your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so you know I get it. If I say you like mean chip, you like mean chip. Now try it again. Then what's the best flavor ice cream? Mean chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Heyo! Heyo! So much about... Okay, this is the part where it basically we're gonna ignore everyone because let's be honest, it's a broken repeat love pit, and he's gonna ask us which one we wanna go where, and we have to choose. Okay, so we're gonna of course choose the yacht. How about the yacht? Perfect. You obviously have a modicum a taste of the good judgment. At least I hope you do. I guess we'll find out. First case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day, regardless. Hold on for just a moment. This is why to collect the coordinators, which is bartender, janitor, and every other job. There are the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murder Island. Cute dramatic musical flourish. Okay. None other than survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Oh yeah, there's the same conversation. So I'm just gonna skim this through. If I see if there's anything important. No. So, yacht it is. Trapper is very pleased with your choice. Not just because he owns this boat either. Clearly you understand the boats are appreciating the finer things in life. Unfortunately, though this means these uncounted heathens are now on my beautiful boat. I'll make sure to help wash it as soon as they leave. Very certainly a genial host, but what he said isn't even the worst thing about his comments. Is that he made them in front of everyone else. Loudly. Very loudly. There's to it at this point though, so it's time to get the good stuff. Eating! As the guest of honor, you can choose the appetizer. Here's a menu. What do you want served? I cannot beef carpaccio, veggie hummus platter. Something, is that French? Really? Menu? You can choose. Thank you, but I will never presume to order for you. And obviously you know what's the best to order. Yes, obviously. We'll be having escargot in a white wine sauce, which I still don't know what is an escargot. Is that goat? Suck up if you can't even pick your own food, you certainly can't hunt for it. Oh wow, Huntress is very upset with me. Bear no mind, stay in my mood creases. You'll never want for anything more. Survivors care for our guest. Survivors arrive with a tray of food as everyone stands around and makes conversation. I'm dancing because I'm cold. Enjoy, please, for our sake. The catch Trapper glaring at them for daring to speak directly to you, but White pushes on anyway. Can we get you anything else? Get rid of them? Get rid of them, yeah. But you can, what? You can get lost now. Trapper sneakers your casual abuse of the lowly survivors. I guess when you got a bunch of giant metal hawks shot through your skin, you form a special kind of relationship with pain. Dwight wipes away a tear. He should have known better than to talk to the likes of you. Now the help is gone, the killers. You know, killer is a bit harsh. I haven't killed anyone today. Anyhow, should we call them suitors or something? I don't know. That lacks a bit of punch. I agree with that. Sticking with the killers have begun to hover around you. They each seem to begin waiting for a moment along with you. How come? Except Raid, he seems to be standing at the corner of the room. They're fatally avoiding any engagement with you at all cost. Will you allow to steal you away for a quick second? Of course, the big man. The big man to the corner. You make eye contact with the Trapper, and then he immediately pushes the other aside. You're ready to show promise as prospective mate. Okay, that sounds wrong in many points of view, but okay, I'll take it. Therefore, I'd actually like to get to know you better. Okay, you say so. So I'll let you in on a secret. When the time comes, I have a private little getaway here on this island. No one else knows about it. It's to die in. I mean for. It's to die for. Great. Great. This is a spot where I enjoy all of life's many bounties. I want to show it to you, not because you are worthy of it just yet though. Mainly because it will piss everyone else off. You choose me. I always like to remind them who is really in charge around here. Oh yeah, and also that part about getting to know you better. That's the important thing. Yes. Anyway, oh yeah, for people that didn't know, I'm gonna tell now because, well, what an introduction that I gave at the beginning. I'm gonna pursue a good ending, so if you see me awkwardly stop, it's because I'm actually consulting a guide. because I actually have no idea what Trapper wants. I'm guessing be an absolute jerk and asshole, and you click on it, and that's basically what it is. Or what they say, be a Sigma guy, or Sigma male, whatever. That's important too, I guess. Everyone put down your appetizer. I'm bored on my yacht. That's unacceptable. They're clean? Yes, sire. Prepare a libation? Something that will impress our new guests, but the looks of them shouldn't take much. Okay. Carla, make sure we got a boozy and all alcoholic information available. Nobody has to drink if they don't want to. I'm a killer, not an asshole. Declan? Carla? I thought their names was Dwight and Claudette. Oh, who the hell are Dwight Claudette? Hey, Darren and Christine. I mean, sometimes you have to use a lot of fantasy just to, like, you know their name, but you have to try so hard to actually don't know it, so you have to say a random word that pops up in your mind. You two, you know those two. Maybe they work on that other island. You, victim 3, ready your mouth. I knew it was wrong, but I was hoping. I don't know. I should have choose maybe rot. It's mostly like an appetizer, you know. It's like, oh, let's get the, you know, the less hardcore, the more, you know, normie stuff, the less, you know, punch in the face, and then we go for the punch in the face. You guys see this one? We went for the punch in the face. Oh, this guy really knows how to sell a drink. While undoubtedly crass, he does have a point. A minigame is incoming. The success or failure of your quest may very well depend on the readiness of your mouth hole. Oh wow. They're gonna give me a mouth hole minigame? Really? Really? Away you go, party never stops. Shoot, shoot, shot, 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 shot. Not bad. I'm not even sure. It's the corner? I think it's the corner. Perfect. Perfect again. We are good. Ah, not bad. There you go. So you only need, for people that want to try these things out, you only need, I heard 2 perfect. At least. If I'm not wrong. Just, actually don't, get 3. Just to be sure. This whole amnesiac thing is really a lot to take in without also pouring a bunch of drinks on top of it. So it's not unexpected that you didn't perform perfectly. Lucky for you, my desire for perfection is only matched by my enjoyment is watching loser fail publicly. But I don't expect luck to get you through these forever. Great. Overwhelmed by the afternoon's activity, you felt yourself spinning out of control. Was it the drinks, the pressure to perform, the rocking of the ship? Smartly you pined a pitcher of water before everyone goes dark around you. It turns out a quick nap was just what you needed. Wow, I just collapsed because... Did I roofie the thing? Did I roofie the beverage? When you come to, Dwight and Claudette are somehow already back to the shore, waving at the boat. I'm pretty sure that means it's time to head back and leave this yacht behind. Not ashamed to, Trapper planned to serve live monkey brains as the entree? I'm glad I missed that. I'm sorry? Course, it's not the food of the company, just super self-conscious in how I look when I eat. It was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I'm having an excuse not to chew in front of everyone, so if that made things awkward, I'm actually extremely angry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry about what everyone thinks. It's important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? Typical group that includes one, if more cannibals staring at you with meat juicy dripping from their chins, so it will be quite scary, eh? However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone be scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this on medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Hey, it's me again! Your friend, mentor, and guide, and narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I love it. I brought you here, I might be the only one who's capable to help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive, you have to figure out why you are all really here for. No one can tell you, not unless follow the right path, or at least, right path. There's too many of those to count, hopefully you pick the least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths, many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? Yes. For this place holds many secrets, even the form itself, but the one that truly matters can only allow you to answer the most important question. I don't care anyway. Yeah, the ultimate truth, very vague. Oh, I'm back, any choices by now? Some of them I like, some of them I don't. Well, yeah, we know. Okay, don't mention it. I mean that I don't mention it. I saw what? Okay, I missed some bits, but it doesn't matter. Okay, don't mention it. I mean that don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of the table. If I were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figure a little ocean air might help wake you up. I brought you down by the water. Okay, there's too many flowers and many hearts to my taste. That's very thoughtful of you. What a magnificent, muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis cannot also be thoughtful. I don't answer because it's obvious Adonis was a pussy. Killed by a bull? Get out of here with that garbage. Okay, I don't know Adonis. I do find myself in an unusual position though. Despite a overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet, so I'm here to talk to you like a regular human person. Okay? And right now I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me and how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there, I might possibly like you. I can say about that for everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you and you aren't like the others. Henceforth I think it's time to share something with you that I haven't shared with anyone in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think you are ready for it. You watch as the traveler reaches into a singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled scroll of paper he grips firmly in his hand. It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The art have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it? No. I actually have to say no. How to say I'm not sure I'm ready? It sounds like a big step for you to share something that important with me. I want you to trust me when you let yourself be that vulnerable. Traveler stares at you, but despite the silence lasting way too long, you cannot figure out what he's thinking, only that he seems to be getting closer to you the longer he stares. What an interesting response. Yes, it is. Yes, it very is. We should walk down to the beach a bit, perhaps put some extra space between us and these other uncaught monsters. First, he begins to walk away from you. Follow quietly. In response, you simply follow him silently, observing the sheer force with which he takes each step along the water's edge. There is one thing about myself I'd like to share with you now. A long time ago, when I was a boy, we did not even know the potential of his own strength. I fought a bear with a bare hands. Boy, the behemoth must have stood 9, nay, 10 feet tall, and weighed 1,000 pounds at least. But after hours rolling in the mud with the beast, I finally snapped its neck. Then I carried the carcass on my back for a 5 miles through the woods and hills to my home. Before I washed its blood from my own wounds, I skinned it. For the next 2 days I ate each and every part of that bear. Do you eat his balls too? I hear that you can eat that thing. Don't ask what anime I was watching, I will not tell you. For during our 10-mile walk on that mountainside, I realized that that formidable beast gave me a great gift, and I owed it a courtesy of making his body part of mine. That helped me realize I had nothing in this world to fear. No man, no animal, or monster will ever take me down. And I'm reminded of that each time I stand by my fireplace where the bear skin will stay for as long as the death breath. Isn't that incredible? Magnificent! I'm gonna be honest with you, I will actually say, I will say not really, but yeah. No more incredible than you are, I expect nothing less from you. Tupper looks at you, piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why, then he turns and leaves. I feel like I'm eating stuff to feel his ego. Like, have some more of this, have some more food, feed for your ego, there it is. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Little fat boy and cadets sprinting across the beach, clipboard in hand, which they are waving their air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. So I'm guessing we have can skip this because it's not the same. Okay, this is a part where they start to storytelling. So I'm gonna read only the part when he actually tells the story. I choose you, Trapper! Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, whatever. He said the same line as the last time. Yes, of course you want to hear my story. It's a good one, and an old one too. This is an infamous tale about two young friends from my hometown. Best buds who did everything and anything together. Fish hunt, fight, skip rocks, climb the tallest tree, climb the highest peaks. The more dangerous something was, the more they wanted to do it. But everything changed one day when the slightly older friend asked the other for a favor. My father doesn't want me to go out with you anymore. He said we are dangerous together. We take risks we shouldn't. And if I keep hanging out with you, he says one day I'm going to get hurt. Do you think you could come by and tell my dad that we'll be careful so we can still be friends? Of course, said the other friends, who was always eager to please his best mate. So the two went to see the concerned father, who puffed away at his pipe, and he listened to every promise his son's pal made about being more cautious. But when the slightly younger and slightly smaller boy finished, his friend father responded stone-faced, "No, sorry, this is the best for both of you. I don't want my son hanging out with you anymore, and that's that." The young boy was so crestfallen, he left immediately. No one will see him cry. He will not give them the satisfaction. Especially because if they did, they might tell others in town that they'll think him weak. Whereas his own father will never forgive his son for letting others see him that way. Okay. But he was too upset to go home right away or be spotted on the path, so instead he sat outside his friend's house in a little hiding spot that had often sat during rainstorms or when they didn't want anyone to see them trading interesting rocks they dug up. Okay, very personal story. He was quiet as he stifled his own tears, and that's when he heard it, a sound and odor wafting alongside the pile smoke carried on dark winds. Betrayal. Thanks, Dad. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore, but I didn't want to tell him that. He'd be a big baby about it. It's okay, I get it. Don't blame you all. I don't blame you at all either. He's soft and needy. Don't need strong. You need strong friends. Someday you really will have end up getting hurt because of him. You need friends you can rely on. Trapper looks angry. The muffled tears stopped and the hiding spot that had been a pit of sadness now overflowed with rage. The boy went home. If anyone passed him on the path, all they saw was determination. That night he spoke to no one, he ate no dinner, he slept no sleep. The next day he got up early and sat near the tallest tree in the woods by his former friend's house. It was the one tree no kid in town had ever conquered, so its top remained untouched. He remained there until dark before he finally went home. He did this for 8 days. On the night his old mate finally passed by. "Hey, what are you doing here?" asked the Judas. "Nothing, out hunting squirrels," and sat down to eat this apple, lied the younger boy. "Oh, yeah, sure, I hope you're okay. I can't believe my dad did that, it's so unfair." "Yes, it was truly unthinkable," answered the boy through a smile that carried no warmth. "Well, yeah, okay, I'll see you around." But before the betrayer could leave, his old friend called out to him. "I'm going to climb this tree," he said. "I'm going to make it to the top." "The hell you are! No one can do that, and they definitely can't do it by themselves." He had him. "I can and I will. I understand why you can't though. Your dad say you're afraid you'll get hurt." "I'm not afraid. He's afraid," replied the friend. Now seething with shame and with his own rage. "Oh, forget what my dumb old father said. I'll do it with you. You'll see I'm not afraid." And so the two climbed and climbed, each making it higher than they ever had before. And they continued to climb. But whether they could ever reach the top will never be known, because the turncoat, the boy who had made his father lie for him, fell before he could make it all the way up. Some say it was an accident, that his old chum pushed him. But how could he? He was the weak one after all. Of course, such weak child could never send his best friend to his death. It was an accident, tragic for sure, but nothing more. Of course. A month later, though, no one could explain how the dead boy father choked to death on his own pipe. Okay, Dad. That's extra information. Oh, he's dead? Oh, he's choking on his own pipe. Good. Yeah, definitely a good call on stay quiet after that. Science really is the best, best at a time like this. Shit. What about you, Victim 3? What did you think of my tale? Were you the boy in the story? No, that's the story. That's, that's, great story. No, that's the story. Yes, it is. I got a coin out of nowhere. Can see a light that responds, he's sending out your gold coin. Thank you. On that note, everyone decided it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Okay, this is nice, a true moment, peace and tranquility. Okay, he doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from this guy with all the I'm ultimate catcher and decide only opposite ocean sardines. What I can, you just have to find me, come find me baby, blah blah blah. Dweebs. Finally, those dweebs are gone. Now that I know we're totally alone, we can really talk. Yes, you're right, we can finally read and talk with you. How about let's get away from this ash and smoke and take a deep in the pool. Whether it's water, sweat, or my enemy's blood, I prefer my muscle glistening and not dried. Deep in the pool with Trapper? You come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Yes. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's far enough I can go in for this episode. I can probably show them even more. And see you again next time. It's part 2 of Trapper's playthrough. Go ending. Bye.